So I'm Nathan Luitjens. I'm the Executive Conference Minister for Central Plains Mennonite Conference.
And I'm Joel Beachy. I am the pastor at East Union Mennonite Church, which is also a part of Central Plains Mennonite Conference.
Central Plains Mennonite Conference has had a partnership with Mennonite Mission Network, the Iglesia Menonita de Colombia, so that's the Colombian Mennonite Church, to do work in Ecuador and then later on also in Venezuela. The original invitation was from the Federation of Indigenous Evangelical Churches in Ecuador, and they really wanted someone to come and help them do theological education. Julian Guaman, who is the secretary of the Indigenous Mennonite Conference in Ecuador, Julian is someone who will talk a lot about how the churches that were founded, they were founded by a guy by the name of Henry Clausen from Manitoba. He didn't go as a Mennonite missionary, but his theology was Anabaptist. And what they're recognizing more and more and more is that so many of these folks have these really deep Anabaptist roots. And so they're wondering, how do we engage our Anabaptist understandings of faith? And they want an Anabaptist education because they see the value of how Anabaptist theology can really help them in their situation and with the things that they're engaged in.
As a pastor in the Mennonite Church USA, it's exciting to see people that have come to Anabaptism and the Mennonite faith and are so excited. It reaffirms and encourages me in my own ministry and thinking about how we do faith together.
We've been really challenged by this deep appreciation for Anabaptist theology. Sometimes in our North American churches, we are more apt to maybe want to put aside some of our Anabaptist theology, some of our Anabaptist leanings in order to be more palatable. And here we see people really embracing Anabaptist theology, wanting to go deep. Yeah, it's interesting. In our Covenant of Spiritual Practices, which is a document that we adopted as a conference, one of the practices we covenant to is a practice of engaging in theological education within ourselves and even outside of ourselves. And that actually comes directly from our partners. That's one of the ways in Venezuela that they have engaged. So when we talk about sort of engaging in theological education as a conference, it comes directly from our relationship with them and the ways that they have challenged us. And it's not just about us giving to them, but them sort of reciprocating as well, and how that grows all of us.
As always, in so many of these kinds of projects, it's important to see for yourselves and go, and that's part of the thing that I appreciate about the partnership is encouragement for Central Plains and churches within Central Plains to really go and see. And part of the takeaway I had from going to these conference gatherings was just hearing some of the similarities of the things that they're struggling with as a diverse group of people from different countries and different backgrounds relating to one another, and how that also reflects what we're doing in our own conference and then across the denomination. It's not only that we go and learn about the work that's going on there, but I think we also have a chance to sort of reflect on what they're doing can impact us, and we can maybe learn and do better together here in our North American context.
Really appreciated Peter and Delicia Wigginton, who are the folks who manage the partnership for us in Ecuador. Peter has built so many relationships across the board with so many different people, and that's been a real key to making this thing work, is all of the time he spends working on these relationships. Support for Peter and Delicia, we have half a dozen churches or more that are part of their ongoing support team. As a conference, we support that because we really do believe that together we are stronger, and we're learning from them as much as they're gaining from us. It is a really deep, meaningful relationship.